Welcome back. Get ready to pay up and suffer more hang-ups. The wireless carriers now running out of airwaves space, and traffic is soaring as more gadgets eat up more of that space. The FCC now warning we could run out of airspace within a year for our cell phones, and that's going to affect calls, texts, downloads, web surfing, and, of course, your bill. Communications technology executive Ari Zoldan says, get ready to pay more for less. So, Ari, let's lay out what's going on with people's cell phones, because nothing tests the sanity of Americans like the price of gas or the cell phone bill, because they're about as transparent as a bucket of molasses.
Correct.
When you sign your cell phone contract, there's an expectation of service here, but now people are getting less, but they're still paying a lot in the way of bills and more, right?
Right, and the prices are just going to continue to increase. Problem is there's 327 million phones activated in the United States right now, and people are not getting the speeds, and rightfully so. The carriers have to start expanding. They're not. The complaints departments are going up. They're staffing up, whereby our bills are going to start increasing relatively soon.
Even though we're not getting the same service, right?
That's correct. That's right. So the service is going to go down. Our bills are going to go up unless the carriers really start beefing up the game.
All right, who's the worst here?
I would say Sprint, by far. Verizon has, for the most part, they have a really robust network. I think they're keeping on top of the game.
The worst in terms of slow downloads.
In terms of service, correct.
Okay.
Service, quality, Sprint is a total disaster. The other side of the spectrum, no pun intended, is Verizon. Verizon has just superior service for the most part. They have a great, robust platform, and just the complaints are virtually none.
Where's AT&T and T-Mobile stand?
Somewhere in the middle over there between Sprint and Verizon.
What is the problem? Is the fact that we did not do enough as a country to basically build out our, broadband and our cell phone network?
So nobody expected this kind of explosion in the tablet and mobile market. I mean, nobody could have anticipated that. 50% of mobile phones out there are smartphones. So you're talking about 22% of the bandwidth out there is being consumed by companies like YouTube. People are streaming applications, videos, Netflix. So you're talking about a data crunch. You're talking about a capacity issue, and there's just not enough capacity out there to be able to access the towers.
Already we've got AT&T saying we're going to slow down uploads to your iPhones and such and your other cell phones. And so the issue is, when you sign your contract, you're not basically signing up for a level of speeds, right?
No, there's no guarantee of speed.
There's no guarantee of speed.
There's no guarantee of speed, but there is an expectation that you will be able to download. I mean, you have a smartphone, so there are applications that go along with your smartphone. You have to be able to download certain applications to be able to run.
Is it grounds enough to break a 3-year contract? You know how they sign you up for a number of years. Is that enough for a consumer or viewer or any of the folks out there to go into their cell phone carrier and say, you know what, it's getting too slow to use this phone. I do have a 3-year, but I don't like it anymore. I'm going to break it. Is it enough?
It could be. It depends how loud you scream, and you got to be jumping up, up and down and screaming and carrying on. So, but I think eventually, at the end of the day, the consumer is always in the driver's seat.
And having a better deal in your hip pocket when you walk in to complain, right?
Exactly. And you need those gloves on.
You need those gloves on.
Yeah.
Ari Zoldan, always great to be with you,
Thank
sir.
you, Liz.
Thank you so much.